Good day everyone, my name is Melanie Talosig, studying Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. Number 1 question, explain the importance of impact of globalization with the aspect on how it can help and develop the hospitality industry. Globalization creates greater opportunities for firms in less industrialized countries to tap into more and larger markets around the world. Thus, businesses located in developing countries have more access to capital flows, technology, human capital, cheaper imports, and larger export markets. Globalization allows businesses in less industrialized countries to become part of international production network and supply chain that are the main conduits of trade. Globalization gives access to the world market to transitional countries. They need to adapt their production capability, their prices, and their product quality to be competitive with the nation of development countries. Globalization changed and continues to change China. This country is becoming a major economic player in the global world. Globalization allocates the production in the countries wherein is the most efficient and less costly for the global world. Developed countries become more concentrated on services and research development. The best example in the United States is Apple. Apple created and continued to develop iPhones in the US, but outsources the mass production of iPhone in China where the costs are lower. Globalization is essentially a process by which an ever-tightening network of ties that cut across national political boundaries connects communities in a single, interdependent whole. A shrinking world where local differences are steadily eroded and subsumed with a massive global social order. It is facilitated by the movement of people, information, money, and ideas around the globe. Number 2 question. Explain how cultural homogenization and mass tourism and sustainability can be seen in the hospitality industry. Cultural homogenization defines as the aspect of achieving one culture which is used to us as a bench of all other cultures in the world. As the wave of globalization takes one on the world, there has been increased mix-up of people in the same way mix-up of culture. One of the areas in which people have interacted most is the areas of tourism and hospitality industry. Global tourism has been in the rise in the recent past, which has seen the growth of the industry by large margin. Global tourism refers to the aspect of people visiting foreign countries for leisure, business, or for other purposes. Most of the people participating in global tourism have been doing so for holidays, although in the recent past there has been increased global tourism for the people purposes like medical tourism, cultural tourism, businesses tourism, and others. Hospitality industry has been one of the areas that have enabled global tourism to grow at such rate. Hospitality industry is the mainly engaged in provision of services to those who are not in their homes, which defines in the context of tourism will mean those who are touring other areas away from their homes. This is the one of the industries which have been serving diversity in the world as it is involved in serving people of diverse origins. Therefore, it is one of the areas have been able to achieve cultural homogeneity as employee people of diverse cultures and also services in the same kind of people. Mass tourism and sustainability. Since the beginning of the 19th century, tourism opportunities were becoming more available to the lower classes of the United Kingdom and many European countries. England first introduced the European spa movement, in which the industrial working class went to the seasides to enjoy spa and other recreational activities. This movement later extended to various European countries such as Germany, France, and Italy. After the Second World War II, it became popular for people to join standardized and all-inclusive package tour for their holiday. The term mass tourism was used to describe this kind of activity. Many different forms of mass tourism exist, but the most common are mass beach tourism, like sea, sand tourism, and mass winter sport tourism. It was criticized that mass tourism creates intense pressure on the environment because it involves a large number of tourists visiting in the same areas within a certain period of time. To cope up with the large number of tourists, facilities such as hotel, complex, theme parks, and marinas have to be constructed. The construction of these facilities affect the natural scenery. In addition, garbage disposal from hotels, littering by tourists, and oil leakage from cruise ship and other motorized boat traffic all cause damage of the environment. This leads to direct degradation, pollution, and destruction of the soil, vegetation, water, wildlife, and the ecosystem. Number 3 question. What are the contribution of the following sectors in the hospitality industry? The tourism sector, accommodation sector, and the food and beverage sector. For tourism sector, is the tourism offices, destination management companies like Visit London and Visit New York, and many tour operators that allow you to explore the destination in different ways. Imagine arriving in a new country without being able to access a free city map or a list of local bus tour. The tourism sector manage all of that and monitor the effect of tourism flows and trends. Spending in tourism and hotels is closely related to the economic cycle. Certainly, spending on leisure activities such as holidays tends to be one of the first things that consumers cut back on times of economic hardship. In the second half of 2018, a decline in the international tourism began and intensified in 2019 after several consecutive years of growth. A sharp decline in tourist flows, length of stay, tourist spending, and increased restriction on businesses' travel expenses led to a significant contraction of tourism and hospitality economic activity worldwide. For the accommodation sector, is incredibly broad, ranging from caravan grounds right up to the luxurious resorts. Essentially, any businesses that provides a place of people to sleep overnight are all players in this industry. These businesses markets to the other market segment, based largely on location. Those in cities target business people, long-stay visitors, backpackers, and special travelers like government, airlines, and military. Resorts is more scenic areas are mostly popular among holiday markets where they provide a space for the customer to have a break from their everyday. And accommodation sector includes everything from the local small B&Bs to hotels and hostels and house share like airborne and couchsurf. In this essence, this sector is about providing you with a room on a bed to sleep in. Depending on your needs, budget, and destination, you will have a choice and different accommodation types as most destination. For food and beverage sector, includes restaurant, bars, cafes, and any other foods market where people rather to socialism, eat, and drink as customers demands things more. Pop-up restaurant and innovative concept pop-up to give an understand. That's all.